Hi, welcome. Today is the 10th day of our 100 days. So we have reached the second digit or a two-digit what we reached. So quickly we've finished 9 days. And I could not even believe today when I look in today 10th day we are doing out of 100 days. I'm excited actually. Thank you guys for being here. And in fact, actually, some of you already started taking a decision to start an online business. Some of you already started. I'm glad that whatever you are, going through and referring through, I think you're taking an implementation on that aspect. Okay, so thank you for that same. And I believe yesterday we had a good session about domain, and some of you are really looking forward to become a registrant. That's a business model we discussed, and I think all of you should seriously look into that aspect. Okay, so today as we yesterday end of the session, actually we are about to start. That's the time our 100 minutes completed. Today we are going to discuss about website and e-commerce solutions, landing pages, funnels, and other aspect today. Okay, so as usual, I'll be taking you the PowerPoint as well. Just one sec. Okay, as I mentioned, today, 12th July 2020, Sunday, and today, the 10th day, we are entered of the 100 days. Now, another 89 days more to go. So today, we start discussing about website. There's been a lot of inquiry from many people are asking you when you are going to talk about website. Okay, so as I mentioned, before the website itself, we need to understand the business model. And we also understand the strategy. So before we making a website, I personally don't recommend anyone to jumping and starting a website. Should be the first thing. Business model has to be the first one. So having said this, but important to understand in the business perspective the website. So today we are not going to. Many people are expecting actually we are going to teach design a website. Actually, no. Website part. And for you start an online business. What are the significance of a website? And what are the components of the website? What is kind of various words of the website and how to be used? How you can increase the sales? How you can generate a lead? And how you can use for a branding purposes? How you can use for customer support? And how you can utilize to increase your marketability, etc. So this is what exactly we are going to do. And in beyond that, so everybody's usually the people led with only the normal websites. So I'll be spending a lot of time on landing pages, e-commerce solutions, and funnels. So that makes a lot of difference these days, especially if you are going for a campaigns, whether you are a remarketing campaign or a retargeting campaign, funnels and landing pages become very important. Okay, so we'll spend the time on that as well. In addition to that, the first time I think I have been doing the workshop, as you know, about the website, etc. This time we have something extra I added. So when I notice most of the people who are home-based businesses or a Soho businesses, or maybe individually with your laptop, you're starting your own business, you don't have a team, you are limited resources, then website become an important role to play. But when you start depending on a website designer, or programmers and developers and other tech company, it's going to have a lot of issues and problems and challenges. And in terms of financial, you need to drain out a lot of initial capital plus ongoing. And sometimes your even business itself sometimes demotivating factors because you will not get the proper support the way you want it, did not happen, etc. Those are the issues. Now, most of the small businesses and maybe the businesses you want to try it out, or even you want to do an e-commerce business and then move to a bigger platform later, or a portfolio websites, or a corporate website, or a branding purpose website, or an existing businesses kind of a promotional website, or just a funnel to generate a lead. Everything, you don't record any kinds of programmers or developers to do website for you. You can do yourself. I'll introduce our own platform. When you look at the ADM.QA, it's not done by any developer or a technocrat. It is done by our own staff members. The staff members, I'll show you an example how they making a website. Like you too can make a website. Not necessarily you have to go and learn about in an institute or other, and learn about. You can simple, maybe around 1 or 2 hours. You spend some time. You can do yourself a website, and I also give you free. You can develop how you can design a website. And tomorrow or day after, we are going to have a context about. You can participate and you have an option to get a free website. Those are around 2-3 different winners will be there. We'll be doing it. So please be attention and whatever the strategies that I'm going to talk about. what are the methods I'm going to talk about, what are the tools I'm talking about, and the kind of strategies I'm going to talk about. You have to implement when you participate in this that to win the prize on it. Okay. So please pay attention. I think tomorrow or day after, depends upon how much the portion we are covering. We will announce this one, and you'll have a 10 days time to design a website and come back and submit to us. And there will be 3 winners. There for a winner for a website. So actually 4 winners total. You have a website, you have e-commerce website, your landing page, you have the funnel. But you implement minimum strategies. Okay, so you can win website from us for this as well. Okay, so we'll start about the website part. Okay. So now, I believe, so I'm covering today as considering the questions and the chat interaction and the masterminds, the discussion we had. Many people are talking about, so much of thing about the website. So I'm also covering little basics of the website today. Everybody knows the website. I want you to look into our business model. You remember the triangle I always show: technology aspect, strategy aspect, organizational aspect. So here, yesterday we start talking about domain authority, and your registration process, and what are the do's and don'ts, and branding perspective, e-commerce perspective, and search engine perspective we discussed yesterday. So today we are discussing more about the website and other aspects. Okay. Now, so what do we need a website? First of all, do we record a website? Actually, when I spoke to you about YouTube business, actually, you don't record a website, right? And you don't record a website if you are doing for kind of a mobile application based program you're doing, may not record. There are many businesses not record a website, but if you record a website, you need an internet presence. It's important to have a professional design or a systematic, strategically designed. It's not a professional design, strategically designed is the right word. Okay, so to talk about, even you're a small business owner or a local business owner, it's important for you to have a website. And you can also to reach out to the world. The moment you are on a website, around 4 billion people, I think 4.5 billion people, those who use the internet in the world, they can actually know you. The moment you're on a website, they know you. Right? That's a good thing about it. Okay. Now, so another important aspect is this is 24 hours will be open. Okay. Now it is you don't have to worry about your shop is not there or your office is not open. Then nobody's to answer the phone. But the moment you have a website, it's around the clock, your business runs, right? And it's an instant communication. Many of the things, people send an email and quotations, instantly you can communicate it through website. And definitely when you really look into many other aspects, you'll be saving a lot of cost by having a website. Otherwise, you have to, a lot of time you spend, lot of effort you spend, everything you can change to saving the cost. Now, you can also attract the new customers to your website, sometimes not only from your locality, some other area. You can also get a new set of customers once you are on a website. So attracting new customers and retaining a new customers is one of the major job or a role done by the website. Now, of course, CRM you can improve. The people will be happy about you. So if you're improving that, you retaining your existing customers and increasing the sales as well, right? Now, customer has a lot of convenience, especially in the lockdown period. You're seeing people everything wanted online. So these are the major thing. An important thing is when you compare it physically, what you're maintaining is online. It's a completely low maintenance. You have it, and you can also understand the customer. So many of the questions, which is physically, you'll not be able to ask. Plus, even you ask, they'll not be comfortable to give you. Sometimes they will not give you the right answer. It's not that lying, they don't know, like a psychographics. They don't know about their psychographics, right? So similarly, you need to know about your customers and understand about it. Okay, so these are the purpose of the website. You can list out hundreds of reasons, but just for a business point of view, think about this one. Okay, now we'll go to the next one. So this is a first website in the world. Okay, the world's first internet website in the World Wide Web. Around 1991, and still it is there. You can go and see. So billions of websites now, and think about this. All this journey started from this website in 1991. So think about 3 decades later. Now, how the human civilization moved with a website and online presence. So go and look at this website. Now, what exactly, when we say website, a website is generally share information on the internet about your company, about your product, about your service, about a person or a place or a things or ideas. These are basically It's a website, right? Now, what kind of a website are there? Usually, in terms of business point of view, a layman line, which we talk about, there are corporate websites about a company to talk about, there are firm which talk about, there are organizations talk about. There's something called portfolio website, maybe about a company's portfolio, maybe an individual portfolio. And mostly portfolios are made for individuals and maybe a proprietary firms. Then consulting websites, because various firms are providing various services. You know that consulting is there around 20-30 field. So I'll come to that. All SMEs or SMBs has a kind of a small websites we can have, but then some of the doctors, some of the profession like a doctor, lawyer, CA, or they have a lot of limitations to advertise in a traditional media as well as a digital media. There are, as you know, the restrictions from the regulatory authority. A doctor, a lawyer, a CA, okay, a company secretary has a lot of limitations to advertise. Depends on the country, it changes. But in the website, they don't have a restriction on it. They can have a website. So especially these kind of a professionals need to have a website because they can do much better communication to their customers and potential customers and even targeted audience as well. Now, the clinics and schools and hospitals and educational institutions, they can have a website for a fashion. You know, that's another thing, membership website, photography website. So different website we can have. So every website based on an objective, the style and approach are different. So that's my point here. So different website you can see are different, which I'm showing you from our own platform. I'll talk about you and later. You can also visit our website, admwebsitebuilder.com. You can have more about. I'll talk to you a bit later about more about. Now, majorly here we discuss e-commerce website. So it's many things buy and sell. That's what anything happening, a buy and sell. Not necessarily payment there, but still a transaction happening that we call as a e-commerce website. The e-commerce website is important to compare to other websites. There's a different set of functionalities, different set of back-end aspect will be there, right? Including payment process and the logistic support and delivery of the product and the CRM, etc. will be there. So that's about e-commerce website. Now there are few options like the upsell and sell from anywhere, ad offers. All this also part of a feature that's called omni-channel. I'll be talking to you omni-channel in a couple of weeks. The omni-channel is the keyword now, especially when we do. Remember this point, when we don't miss this session, existing business, how to take it online. There's a session from immediately after YouTube Mastery we'll be doing. So that's the time we talk about something called omni-channel. Omni-channel is the keyword now with everyone, especially the existing businesses, especially after post-COVID. Okay, I mean after COVID-19 comes, so that everybody start thinking post-COVID will be omni-channel. So that's all of you keep in omni-channel. That word, please don't forget about it. Okay. Now, what are the features of a website should come? We started with an e-commerce one. Now there are so many things in addition to come. Just for your understanding, what is a feature like? You will have a CRM, email marketing integrated with that. Okay, so you can see different kind of. All of you see different kind of e-commerce website. I'm not talking about much on it. Now think about you as a customer, not as a customer. You as a customer, you as a user, you might have gone to various websites in various occasions. But here I'm talking about you as a business owner, you as an entrepreneur, you on a website, and you target across the globe the people. So what are the things majorly for a good website should record? Around 10 things if you list out. So one is a logical roadmap. Logical roadmap, it means a customer comes in and how he comes and explore the information and how he'll be excited about to buy products, how he will be motivated to take some action. Then if he does that, what will happen? When he does that, what is the next step? Then what happens? Like this, then he buy and sell. So this is an important part of a roadmap. You have to think about a consumer point of view, where he start and how he land and how he leave us. So that much is like any other shop. You know that you're starting a hypermarket, you're not in a supermarket, you're shopping a mall. You know, people comes in and how they walk around, and you know some of the shops intentionally make you to go through the different places, right? They block the way because they wanted to show you, like IKEA. IKEA make you walk a lot, and it's make you sell. You don't want to buy, still you'll feel to buy because that's the way navigation they had done. So this is the way you also think about how the website you visibly am showing, etc. Okay, and business information, especially some of the market, crucial business information, where they are from, what their address, where they're located, blah 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 will be there. Okay. Then contact information of the company and how to reach the phone numbers, etc. I'll talk to you a bit later, all this thing in detail. Navigation, security aspect, the most important part, and social media integrated with the website. That's another requirement. And most of the people today access website through a mobile-ready version. So mobile and optimization of your website. That's some frequently asked question. Of course, the good hosting, where you place it, where you host it, your website is very, very important. And payment gateway. You want people to pay online, you must have a payment gateway. So these are the major essential thing for a website to do. So when we say logical roadmap, as I mentioned, it is you need to think about in your perspective how the customer comes and go, and the crucial business information, which means not only just keeping your company's name and phone numbers there. You need to show the map integrated and Google verification. That's called because people trust you. Some of the countries, people believe you need to have a landline to trust you, because they saw a website, they not know you are real or not, how genuine you are. So some people expect some of the country. So like example, in India, there is a survey conducted. 75% of the consumers trust the website if they have a BSNL. There is a government provider they have a BSNL landline. So that is because they verify the document and to get the connection. And so you have BSNL landline. BSNL is a service provider like we do in Qatar and do in UAE, like in a Vodafone. There is a private government organization providing this one. So if they have, customer trust more. So in a contact us page, keep that one. So this is indirectly you're communicating. I'm available here. My firm exists, my business exists, because that's people trust more. So this kind of information required. Internationally, the most important thing is Google Business Verification, which is Google Business Verification is Google verify and confirm that this firm exists. And contact information to reach out when they contact you, go to the email, go to the phone number, immediate WhatsApp in text messages instantly come back, and SMS alert is there. So this is a part of a contact information. And people should be able to navigate through, as I mentioned, into very clearly, and the security aspects. Just never forget this one. And entire now, because people connect through our social media, so social media part will be there, and mobile ready. And as you know, now so many people, majority of the people only access the website only through mobile device. They've never been on a laptop, never been on a desktop. So it's important. Plus, even the people, immediately, especially the campaign you're doing, majorly from the mobile, they go to that. And usually, so many customers will have a lot of questions. So that's the reason so many things content-wise, you can actually coordinate and put in some section called FAQ, frequently asked questions. Then good hosting. As mentioned, you need to have a proper server and bandwidth, good speed. Everything should be there as per the requirement. Of course, the payment gateway, we are completely spending almost half a day on this, on a payment gateway. So we'll talk about more on that aspect. Okay. Now, if you're selling a product, people are not feeling, seeing and touch, or a touch and feel is not there. They're only looking at. So it's important for them to see the image properly and to take a decision. So multiple view of your product is important to show them. And they can also see multiple color by checking the color. And each product, they should be able to choose that way. You might have seen it, many other companies offer this, which would help you to take a decision. In another way, it's help you to increase the business. Okay. Now, like this, we need to arrange the product part. Now, when you go to e-commerce solutions, what is exactly e-commerce solution? E-commerce solutions are a solution, like a shopping cart solution. There's payment comes in, there's a so many other aspects on an e-commerce website it comes in. There's again another day we are going to spend exclusively on a e-commerce, so we'll have more detail that. But I'll give you somewhat a basic idea. Then next portion will be easy for us to understand. Now, e-commerce solutions. Why do we need now e-commerce? Because the moment your site has become e-commerce, overnight your transaction increases, multiple revenue comes in, and your profit margin increases, sales will increase, and without your effort, business start happening. So that's the reason immediately, as mentioned, it's equivalent to 24 hours you open. And if you want to increase the business, so e-commerce solution the best. You can see many other websites in many parts of the world. They just kept as a kind of a brochure. That's not the real purpose of a website. People should be able to buy the product from there. So, explore the products there, inquiry about the product by seeing it. Is not, hey, do you have this one? Then you send an email. No, it should be there actually. Even as a B2B or a B2C, we must have this kind of a solution on a website itself. It can be a e-commerce website with this solutions part. Okay, now we'll go to the next part. As a B2B website and B2C website looks different because it's a target based on a target audience. You need to modify your website. So when with later stages, now we discuss about the campaign time, we'll discuss about the landing page and funnel. There's a funnel content when we'll discuss about this point. Depends upon the client. We need to have a different models of a funnel. Okay, so the part of the funnel. So I'm not covering now, but you need to keep in mind based on target audience, your website should change. And even your geographical area. For example, if you are doing something to US market, you should have more image, less than 20% content. But you're targeting something Chinese market, 75% is content, 25% image. So that's the way the differences comes in. Same way, for example, some of the marketing policies or policy on a website should be changed. For example, you're targeting in Europe, you must be a GDPR compliant website. If you are doing something to Canadian market, you should be very strict with the email marketing. And if you are doing something, you think your product has a refund issues, then you should target some country like in Japan. You'll have less than 5% of the refund. But you need to be prepared for India and Brazil and US and all. 30% of the people will be refunding you're returning a policy. So that means you have to pay a refund as well. So all the things you need to keep in mind when you are making a website itself. Okay. It's applicable to all kinds of business, whether you're a service or a product. You can have, even Colgate, recently they started doing online dental checkup. Okay. So even you can buy an online dental checkup online and you can buy a product online. And they do something part of a telemedicine. There are a few things. So any kinds of business today record an e-commerce application aspect. Okay. Now, what are the major functionalities of e-commerce? One is a product selection. That's the first thing is important. And shipping option, secure payment, and even out of stock. Many of the people buy the products. If the products are not there, it will be an issue. So you need to have stock management as well. So what exactly here is a shopping cart? You know that when you go to the website, you buy a couple of products together and add and go through checkout, right? Same thing is online and offline, the same. Now, what are the few tips I'll share with you? Then we'll move on to the next part. But the most important part of the e-commerce is actually the convenience which you're giving to the people. Now, as I mentioned earlier, I'm very big fan of actually Amazon. When I look for the Jeff Bezos, how he built up the entire thing, the policies, it's great. But when you compare with so many other brands, the website. So when I did a research on so many e-commerce websites, overall, actually, I would recommend this website. I've given around 95% of the mark. When you look at, Amazon even reach according to me 80. There are much, much better websites. Okay. And it's not necessarily you could have. I'll show you after maybe a couple of days from now, my close friend, the website, you say Yak, but she's making millions of dollars. Okay, it's not the web psychology, something your strategies, and you don't really. I want to keep it that for a last because otherwise you think it's not important. Because it's not. Of course, it's important to look and feel and everything, but it's not that important when someone making money. Making money is important. I'll show you that site bit later, maybe 2 days later once we complete this part. Okay, so she make millions of dollars. Recently, she bought a beach villa in Hong Kong, and I've been telling her 5 years, why don't you improve your website? Why don't you improve your website? She keep doing the same thing. I'm saying, no, it's having sales. What's the matter? So one way is looking at this. Anyway, to come back here to the point, if you're planning to start an e-commerce website, I strongly recommend you go and understand this platform. So Flipkart.com. You remember that we discussed about the modeling principle. Identify the model and copy the model. I'm not saying to copy this, understand this model. And when you go to web developers, or you're taking a platforms, you look at these features, are there or not. And you go and you will feel the convenience and compared to many other platforms, it's an amazing platform. Okay. So Flipkart.com, you try to buy something, you check all the options. So it gives you a lot of idea. And you can also understand how beautifully they arranged everything structured. And it is the what we are seeing is the home page or all the pages. It is not kind of an art. It's a science. You know what I mean? The home page become very, very important right now. So I consulted a couple of clients, and they pay heavy money for it. Like Souq.com, I hope you know now Amazon bought out, so their homepage. So they keep doing a consult. When I was in Dubai, they consulted with me on it. It's the homepage as well. The homepage, what is the first row? What is the second row? What is the third row? What is the fourth row? And they have been taking so many consultant opinion to put it. But of course, there are intention to they know the sales increases. Some other company they've invested in that money. So they keep it. First row is an offer price. Second one is which is they make a more margin. Third row, you want repeated purchase. So this is a complete evaluation is there. Not just randomly keeping or look and feel. No, every product they're keeping has a psychology. Like you go to a supermarket. What is the welcoming place, what is the ongoing things, and where the food should be. Even while checkout, what they know what to keep it there. Like you'll have a chocolate there, you'll have a few things immediately put in here. You'll add that as one standing. So that's why the very signs are there. So same like a website also, you need to have this one with you. Okay. Now, this platform, when you look at it, is the popular products, we can actually refine it. And discarded products we can look into. Again, price-wise we can search. Even the latest we can search. So people should be able to do all the things easy on a button. Right? So every click. Okay. Now you can also refining option. You want to check the category, brand, offers, discount, price, and color. Like I want to look on an Adidas shoe with an offer with a 50% discount, a price range of between $2,000 to $3,000, and in a white color. So this I should be able to search. So when I go to shop, I can ask, but nowadays there. So instead of searching every platform nowadays, there are millions of products are there. People will not be able to come and check every portion. So this refining option, if you give it, people love it. That's one of the important aspects. Okay. Now every tiny bit details need to be there in the website. That's one of the reason when you start doing an e-commerce, the manufacturer, the drop shipper, or the distributor of where you're sourcing the product, or the merchants, all this company should give you this detail, or you need to make it. See, one of the plus point for this is basically if you are there, all the details are there, people have more information, they buy more often, and they buy more quantity, and then the decision making will happen because they're based on this information as well. Now, you also think about comparing. Now people go to shop. So some information will be there, but they get more information online. There are recently 2018 there is a study. There are many people who wanted to see the products. They went to physical store, they went to online, and checked it and bought it. So when online they got more information and better price. Now, if you go and buy a shoe, you ask a couple of questions to the salesman. He may be able to read, but more than 3 or 4 questions, he may not be able to answer because he got a very limited training on it. But in the website, you want everything, which material it is made, where it is made, and all these details you'll be able to find. So these are details giving its important aspect. Okay. Now, of course, all of the people should be able to search the products in a very easy manner, whether it's a digital products or a physical product. People should search bar within the site has become very, very important aspect. Okay. As you know, people expect a lot of better price for promotion. So last week, one of the questions I did not put into the last week, and this week I might answer you that one. But now this came, I just want to tell you. Many people ask me how these e-commerce companies able to give a better price, better than or cheaper than what the people are not giving. There's 2 points. I don't know how many of you really look into that. In the 2 aspects, you get a better price. Number 1, now most of the other overheads of the physical business or the traditional business is doing, it's not there for e-commerce business. Now to a consumer to reach it, directly from the manufacturer can reach. There's no CNF agency, there's no distribution network, there's no dealer network, there's no channel partner, and even to the retailer and wholesaler, it's not there. from manufacturer directly to the consumer can reach. So all those people making a profit and redundant investment, you're saving. So that's one. Secondly, even some middlemen are again further reduced, not necessarily 4 or 5. Usually, businesses will have around 5 to 7 middlemen usually. So starting from manufacturer, C&F agency, distributor, channel partner, or a franchisee, or wholesaler, or regulator, around 5 to 7 will be there. So before reaching to the consumer, here in e-commerce is reduced to 2 or 3. So that's a savings cost. Secondly, they don't have to keep in a physical commercial places. It's not got on somewhere and everything online. So much cheaper. So all this price usually they transform and giving to the consumer. So that's the reason with the product you buy a physical world, you go for online world, you can get a much cheaper price. Usually. That's one of the options. One of the reason. Second reason why you get a better price is there are many companies play a very strategic role. So there again that category size 2. Category 1, acquiring a consumer is a very expensive. So how do you get a new customer? So per customer, how much you are investing is important. Now, if, for example, a company doing a, let's say, $100,000 campaign. So how many customers he's going to get? Let's say you got a 10,000 customers. So 10,000 customers with 100,000, usually 10,000 may not get it. You take 1,000, okay? Or maybe I take it at 10,000 example. So every customer, you're spending $10 to get you to that. So this $10, instead of they're spending on a Facebook or a Google ad or a remarketing or a commercial ad, they started giving to the 5 they spent, 5 they give to consumer. So because let it comes, or sometimes the entire amount given as affiliate. So there are different models people work on acquiring a customer to getting a new customer. Another one is many of the websites, many of the companies actually really target to not sell the product, selling the company itself. I don't know, you got this idea? Many companies, selling the company is the plan, not the selling the products and making money. Or they work on a long term, like an Amazon. Amazon, Jeff Bezos always talk to the investor long term. I'm talking about 15 years of investment, 20 years of, that's what exactly Amazon did. No, they did not made a profit last 5-7 years ago. They were making loss, but today one of the profit making companies. So it's going to be first, maybe a kind of a $1 trillion company kind of a stuff. It comes in now. They invest, that one strategy. Another strategy is many companies, they invest huge to acquire a customer and not making a profit. And they look for a profit when the company go for IPO or when the company go for acquisition. Now, a few examples I'll tell you. Example number 1, when you go to some of the hotels and you saw a price online, the room around $500. But you went there, it's $800, $1,000. And you say, I saw online $500. They'll ask you to book it online. They say, we are getting much better price from them, maybe the travel agent or maybe the online portal, giving them $600, $700, but still they give you for $500. They sell for a cheaper price, $100. So why? They consider acquiring the customer is important. So there are many companies playing this game. So acquiring the customer, each customer has a value. So tomorrow, this company goes for evaluation. The one of the major thing or the criteria for valuing the company, number of customers and the basket size and the frequency and preferences and patterns. So this is important part. So everyone had to create that way. So now a customer, I have 1,000 customers who spend an average of $1,000 a month. So my business has a huge value. You remember that flipping card we discussed about 36 times. You get a more price for it. So this is the way when you look at it is many other companies give out a good price, good, they pay from their pocket, which means so venture funded, venture capitalist, venture capital, some company got a venture funding. So they get a 100 million, 200 million. What do? They pass out these consumers in a different promotional method. That's one of the strategies. There's so many other products and services you're getting cheaper, which is not because they made profit, because they want to make a profit in future by acquiring you as a customer, by increasing the value of the company. This is another strategy. This is a flipping time. We'll discuss in detail how you can also play this by getting the funding. Okay. And so one of the best strategies you need to look into and understand about it. Okay, we go to the next part of the website. Now, all the offers, usually people should keep it in a homepage itself. But some of the company you might have seen it is inside they keep it. It's not a good idea. So because people want to see the moment they come to the homepage, they see the homepage and it's in the offer, then go to the other pages to buy the decision, to pay the money, etc. Okay. Now, a few things to be integration, as we discussed about emails and social media automation. On that is an important aspect. And all the e-commerce company does good number of email newsletters to people to reach and buy the product from you. So once in a week, once in a day, depends upon your category audience, you can have an email newsletter going from your website. Now, so many business models record testimonials. People trust the customer's testimonial, which is connected to their Instagram profile, which is connected to the LinkedIn profile, which is connected to the YouTube or maybe LinkedIn profile. This is an important part. So you can actually ask your genuine. It's important to keep a genuine testimonial in your website. Okay. Now, because of 4G, 5G, people expect to see the videos as well. So now earlier only was image. Now we wanted Google Answer to play the video, and it's going to be a virtual reality based video people are expecting now. So it's a world is going forward. So you need to have minimum to have a video on your website to do it. Okay. Now, a few other strategy part like upsell and cross-sell, you need to have it in their website. Now, those who are not familiar with upsell and cross-sell, I'll just quickly tell you what's upsell and cross-sell. So, best example, I tell you how I learned. When there's a movie called Passion of Christ, got an Oscar award. So I want to buy that DVD. So I went to Amazon.com and I'm trying to buy that website. That DVD. So now when I about checkout, you can see in the bottom, customers who bought this item also bought, they show a couple of products. So they show me two other movies, 10 Commandments and The Message. I never knew there's a movie called The Message exists. And 10 Commandments, I have seen it earlier, that okay, let me buy again. I don't know, because after a long time again, I can watch. So as a customer, I went to buy one DVD, but Amazon sold me 3 products. So this is a power of upsell. So you can also have a cross-sell and upsell and etc. It's a part. Okay. So it's very important to keep this kind of an option, the part of your e-commerce solutions part. Okay. Now, loyalty reward, vouchers and coupons increases the sales like anything. You can have a different kind of loyalty programs and vouchers, coupons to run it. There are a lot of tools and plugins and APIs available. Service models available, SaaS models available. You should look into. In the payment gateway, when you discuss about, we discuss about the loyalty program as well. Okay. Now, feedback, questions, service information, request, all the things is a part of thing. For example, you allow the feedback and even allow the review. Okay, it's up to you to moderate or not moderate. You're confident, super confident about your products. You can allow that, or you not moderate. You can also do, but think about your competitor also play there. So he might come back to you. Your enemies also will be always around. So be careful about it. So, but you need to moderate and do its minimum. You can allow them to ask the questions. So part of a website you can have. Okay, then service information like you're selling a mobile phone, you're selling a laptop. You're not giving a warranty. So they will call you. That's the usual. Immediately that's the mentality of the consumer. I bought it from them. He should be giving. So then he has to tell us go there. So why shouldn't you take that headache? You see service information. Click there. You put your location. This other place you can call directly them. And any kind of a request like a gift wrapping can you do, or can you deliver tomorrow, etc. A request button also can be important part. Now, a few techniques you need to use, as you know, to do remarketing, to understand the consumer, to generate the various leads. And you can use a few things like a pop-up screens and say, hey, I'll give you ebooks free about how to start an online business. And or I'll give you the report of the last year about this based on what you profile. And then consumer download. While downloading, you can say, I'll send you an email. Please put your email. You put an email, so you go to the email part. So when you're clicking it, he'll also ask you, would you like to subscribe our newsletter? So you become a double opt-in email. So this is one method you can have your website. So different things give a free advice, booklet, something give you free to get the consumer's data. So the moment you give that, you will be part of the remarketing campaign continuously. So this is another thing, important part. Okay. Now there's something called chat. That's every website is now integrating. That's one of the things, but it's the majority of the chat is a robot. People don't like it. People want a human to interfere, and sometimes if the chat is there, people expect instant answer. They'll not like you to put on a waiting line. You need to get an answer. As a consumer, they expect to answer immediately. And also, you must have how do I say this correct answer to provide, because people expect instantly. They need to get a result on it. Okay. If they really don't like, send you mail back, because some of the website you're seeing that consumer will not appreciate that one as well. Okay. Now after this, a call to action record. Before that, all the details before he make the payment, like order confirmation, everything that's selected properly, and for your regulatory purpose, tomorrow he decline or she say refuse to pay, something like that, you need to have this oneness with you and send them an email confirmation before he is making. All of you know, when I discuss about the credit card, we'll discuss with you, there's a right for people to decline the orders. Okay, that's one of the major thing in the US market the e-commerce companies are facing. Now, when the dispute arises, one of the things court consider is that this customer had a proper communication before he making the email purchase, product purchase. Now, what we do when you're going and purchasing, putting in a cart, when you click at buy now, automatic mail is gone to him. So there's a confirmation mail. So it is a few seconds before or a few minutes before the customer putting a card information, he had an information about my product. So that's a good thing part about this. What is it? The products to be the credit card to be not to be declined. Okay, that's an important aspect. Okay. Now another one is actually checkout. Checkout aspect is basically while checkout, you know that people expect the payment portion, and they also expect various method of payment to be made, like a bank transfer, maybe crypto payments, maybe cash on delivery, maybe vouchers or coupons. All the things are part of this one. So it's very, very important for you to have this information. Okay. Now, secure payment option include PayPal, like payment gateways, net banking, credit cards, debit cards, and all the instruments you should be accepting, including wire transfers, etc. Because you should be open to accept the payment. But there are markets like Qatar, you have a lot of difficulty for various kinds of payment gateways, so you need to be flexible how you accept a payment. You can also get a third party; it's up to you to choose it. You can bank also offers, depends upon the country. Your price for the solutions are different, even ongoing. I'll talk about that a bit later on. Okay. Now, how the payment gateway works. So there is a complete session I will be doing on a payment gateway later, including PayPal. Now, an e-commerce website, you have payment gateway to merchant bank and come to your bank account. It's usually 2 to 4 days time, or 2 to 4 banking days, the average one. Some banks give you very next day. Some banks give you 7 days also. So you need to be careful on that as well, because your stock will be drained out because of the transaction time. Because you take around 4 to 7 days time to get the money, even the consumer paid, because you may be offering the 1 day delivery. You have to keep delivering the products, and you have a 4 days time to come to your account. You need to really plan for your stock management. It's important. Many of the people are, after starting the business, realize it is. Then they run for a capital. Okay, so this is important aspect. And now, various payment gateway you can take from the market, and whichever the payment gateway you take from the solutions, from the different bank or a third-party service, both are okay. Banks are usually more expensive and more complicated. Others are more easy and start with. Okay, but again, it depends on the country. It changes. So what are the things you need to consider when you accept credit cards and debit card from a different part of the world? So usually the most popular is Visa, then MasterCard. Then you also have a few others like Amex, etc. You need to accept all the acquirer. This is an entity called acquirer. So I'm not talking about that business model now. We'll talk later about the credit card system. But only for part of a e-commerce solution, it's important to have these kind of instrument you to buy on. Okay. Now, what are the things considered? The first thing is charges. What are the charges? One is initial setup. Then every transaction there is an annual fee. So initial setup is usually around maybe $300, $200. Some companies give it free of cost, and some even an expensive. Which I know around $3,000 to $5,000 people are charging initially. So it's damn expensive. So it's not as usual. There are countries you get so damn cheap, there's no price at all. Second one is every transaction you need to pay the money. Every transaction is basically some cases is a 3.5 percentage, 2.5 percentage, some cases 5 percentage. The lowest I know is a 0.7 percentage. It depends upon merchant. It depends on the bank. They negotiate. Like in the physical world, the cheapest I know is a Lulu. Lulu pay around 0.7 or 0.8 percentage, but usually the market is 2% to 3 percentage. But they can negotiate that kind of transactions are happening, and every transaction you need to pay the money to the credit card companies, and you can negotiate that. You can based on your business, based on your volume of the business, you can negotiate, and bank or a third party accept that. Okay, that's the second one. Was the initial charge every transaction. Some company has a yearly charges as well. Some company really, I'll not charge you yearly if you do this much business. So it's a combination of that. So this portion we discuss about in detail when we discuss about the payment gateway. Now I'm just covering part of our website. Now you can also set up an offshore bank. You remember that a couple of days ago we discussed the offshore bank. Now your country is quite challenging for you to get your own payment gateway, and it's a lot of charges. Even a 1% extra charge, you have a lot of transactions. It will be worth setting up a bank transaction, and you have tax, and your payment gateway will give you 3-4 days later the payment. All these things to consider. You can set up an offshore bank by registering an offshore company. So that's another solution, which is you can choose, but you need to talk to the bank before opening the account, before opening the country, that make sure that you get a payment gateway as well. Okay. To connect with that company. Okay, this your website to connecting to that bank account. Okay. Now, once you receive the payment, definitely shipment should go, right? So you can send out, like an example, any other courier service. Now it's postal department, you have a Q-Post or Indian Post, FedEx, all the things you can think about it. So different things you should have. Everyone you should get a a tie-up. You can use a pre-integrated shipment method. Instead of you're going to multiple things, one place you get everything. So that's one of the best things you should do. Now, another thing is when we sell the products, the consumers should have a right to choose which company to be delivered. You know why? Depends upon the geographical area that service. Sometimes it may be a QP or maybe an Indian Post. Sometimes maybe FedEx will be good. Some cases will be DHL is doing good. We never know which part of the world they're doing the best. Even one city, sometimes they're happy about this one because the other guy will not come home. They'll call, I have to go and collect, other guy come home and deliver. So in that case, the consumer should have a right, not right, it's an option to choose which the method they should be delivered. Now, when you look at here, another thing is your pricing calculation. When you do a price calculation, your costing calculation, one of the components is your logistic and packing, because most of the people do mistake here. So they make $100 profit margin, but they spend around $125 for a packing and a shipment. So they lose money. So you actually make a loss. That's so many examples, especially the startup. I've seen it. We did a wrong calculation. So you need to consider. Now, Amazon, like a company, taught the market they deliver free. Okay. So now you say you will charge for a delivery. Actually, people don't accept you. Because, hey, why are you charging for delivery? That will be the question. So what you can do is always there is a cheaper option. For example, sending by ship is always cheaper. So you choose that as one option, but other option should be there. So I can send you so free of cost, but delivery in 7 days time. But you want in one or 2 days time or 2 to 3 days time, then I can send you by DHL. Then, but it costs you 41. You can pay. I'll send it you. Some of the companies even make money with this. So you're paying only DHL $20. You're charging $40. It's up to you. You can still your price as a value, but it's better. No, that's not your primary business. You use for a convenience and give it out the money. That's my idea. Because price is always a factor for a consumer to come back. So you can have this option, people to choose it, and send this product. So let the consumer choose and pay the money. Okay. Now, once we people buy it, then go to the CRM. Even immediately, you can actually offer a few things like A gift wrap is free, like many of the shops gives it. You can give it an email messages. So one is immediately place an order. Thank you for receiving a payment. The next message, I start processing it. I keep updating them. It's always a good. So sometimes you say your product has been shipped. That's a very important communication to them, because when they paid money to you, you did everything perfect, but you're the person who delivery or the company, they did a mistake. The consumer blame you. So then you go and apologize and say this is DHL did not do or FedEx did not do. They may not accept. Before that itself, what you can do, the moment it's a leave from your place, immediately we have been shipped this one or ready for ship. We are waiting for people come and pick it up. So even that's the side the consumer get a feeling that you have done everything your part. Then he comes and pick it up again. Your shipment has been picked with expected delivery so many days. This is your tracking code. This is a link for you to track. So that you can save, because logistic time, many things goes wrong. But here you making is a point that this is done. Now come to the next point. He'll track it is and he'll properly happen. It's properly delivered. Again, you might get an alert, SMS, email alert by the service provider. So on that, you can actually again automate this one. You can go back to the consumer and say, hey, hopefully everything okay with that. We saw their delivery has come, hope everything okay. So they might respond, they may not respond, but even a couple of days later, again, one more mail. I believe all of your, we believe all of your fund is very well. Thank you so much. And something like that. Some mails can go this way. Okay. So these are the things as a part of the CRM. They should have a thing to it. Okay. So with this, we'll go to the next part of our discussion. So this is what is exactly an overall a bird eye view of a website. I believe all of you liked it, and all of you have these points to be noted whenever you are taking a digital business, digital downloadable products, or even e-commerce product to do it. Okay. Now I'm going little technical part. It does not mean you're going to learn designing. You don't have to learn a designing aspect. As I mentioned, if you want to learn, of course, there are so many tools out there, so many platforms you can go and learn. But it's important to understand the person is providing you the website, or you're making a website to understand certain languages, kind of a dictionary, we can say. So, okay, now there's something called homepage. All of you know what's the homepage, right? The first page you've gone to homepage is the usual case, but not necessarily always you go to homepage. Sometimes you go to landing page as well. Okay. Home is in a kind of an opening page. Usually referred directly to the underjob, and usually what the goals and objective for this: welcome the visitors, and make sure they're in the right place, and make it clear through the homepage itself. You communicate what you do, and guide the visitors to another website or another pages. These are the major purpose of the homepage. For example, if you look at this, our homepage. So we put it to this, whether it is project, etc. It can do that. Okay. Now we also have kind of a bird eye view here. We can see that what we do, etc. Keep in mind this there. Okay. Even it is based on a now it's an SEO marketing strategy, so you can do that. You can read these points actually how you look into. Now next one is a website logo. It plays a major role. Just need to have a logo and place in the proper whichever the website you are doing. And the proper, and who will know whom you are talking about. Now there is something called slider, and that's a communication when you're talking about people talk about slider. So now it's one major part of the communication to the people. It's eye catchy. There is actually attention you get it, and one slide, moving slide, different products, different communication you can do in different slides. Okay. Then there's a header. It comes like this. This is called header. So you should know when you talk to someone to do change, do the header change, so you understand what is header. Now, usually header contains the logo, navigation menu, tagline, and phone numbers, address, contact, social media also, maybe some cases. Search box, mud buttons, login account, opt-in box, all the thing are part of a header content inside. You can have all this thing in the header part of the website. You can also have a navigation menu to navigate everything properly, to go down and take it next button, etc. Then you have something called sidebar. You can also have about button, etc. there. Then when you can see this one, you can come to the inner page, and there's you can take it to next level. It's a part of it. Then very important is the call to action. A come to the website, he need to buy something, or he need to give new subscription, or you need to inquire, lead generation, all the things you need to have a call to action based on how you define as a call to action, what exactly your objective of your website. It's a sales, you need to buy. So lead generation, he give you details for an inquiry about it, or you want to have branding, still if you can have a communication on that, then you can have a newsletter subscription, you can increase your double opt-in, all the things in a part of a call to action. Now the call to action, it's again, it's a very important. For example, during the COVID-19, the first 2 weeks when I got a free, all the things that putting this is one of the things which I did it. So now I was thinking about, people come and so you can see this is the, first page itself. You can see when you go to ADM website, you can get fully functional website in 5 minutes with IDA. So that's heading. When you talk about content, we'll tell you. Okay. Then when we talk about the below part, start your online business today, build your business online website, funnels, or e-commerce. Let's get started. So this is a way to communicate and do. And in the below, there is actually, it's a free. It's not there in the slide. It's a free, no credit card record. The not credit card record is the key point, because many other website builder will take you the money, the credit card details, even they give you free. So we don't even take a credit card. Even tomorrow, 10, 15 days, is you don't like it, we not charge you. That's one of the things our consumers care. You put a card, even you don't, 15 days automatically your card will charge. So that's the point I put it there as well. Okay, we go on through it. Okay. Now, CTA can also lead to a kind of a page, so where you collect the email IDs of the person and collect one. Okay, and all the things which I'm talking to you, not necessarily a technical person. Okay, all the thing a non-technical person, you can do this yourself. You don't require a website designer. I'll tell you all the things you can do, including e-commerce solutions. I'll come to that one. That's an important aspect, because I want you don't to lose a lot of money when you hire a people and make it a more easy, simple. Once you make money, then scale it up. Also, initially invest a lot of money and no revenue, you get frustrated, you get demotivated. So instead, plus you'll be stuck with, you'll have a lot of stress. You think about a lot of under pressure. You don't even think about creatively for your strategy. That's a very important, friends. The moment you start a business, your part, you should have a peace of mind to have it think. Okay, that's the reason the people around you are also an important part, because they give you a lot of pressure, unnecessary, small thing. It gives you, you cannot think properly. So that's the reason you need to think about, this portion very, very part. That's the reason you start with the smart with the, small investment and wise investment, and everything is under your control. Okay, that's important part. Okay, so this then we have a page called contact us page, where you can have a contact us asking about reaching you, or call us today, schedule a consultation can be, or a submit your webinar, book a free session, schedule a tour, register now. Like this is kind of a different kinds of a call to action we can have. There are feed, then based on a different offering, you can have a feed as well. That's not necessary, but some cases it's a good one to keep it over a blog post or news or something new happening, etc. Then you can also have articles, and it's a blog play a major role in terms of SEO as well. But more of the beyond what you want to talk about, you can have different articles of the month. You can keep it there based on what your niche you're doing. You can have that. Then you can have a lot of internal link with a different website and different tools which are promoting about it, and related article also you can have that. Then different forms to collect the data, name, email ID, and phone number, and collect that one. So once you get that, the person is interested, etc. And it's very important. But you have start your online business, click there, and we know the person is interested in this one. Okay. Now, different kinds of button you can have in a website, like a contact us, information cloud, all the things you can have. Thing one. Now, when you go to Awesome website, you can see be a part of another niche store. So different things come here. Get started now, button keeping there. Then footer of the website is very important in terms of consumer looking, plus in terms of SEO. Your footer menu very, very important for a SEO. Google rank you based on your footer one. You can see all these things properly arranged by Flipkart. So best example, you can have a different link, different keywords. You keeping in the footer, and a bigger footer, best footer. Now, it's not look odd for a consumer, but you have to match between Google and the consumer. Okay, so it's important aspect. Okay. Now, copyright. If you have any disclaimer and copyright, keep it there. Any rights deserved, any other disclaimer, everything can be in the footer of the one. Then you also connect your website with the social media link. When they click it, directly land to the YouTube page or like to the Insta page, to the cheat. You can do that as well. So all these points, I would like you to read and understand and do about social media part, clicking it is, and a few things you can do yourself. Okay. Now, Fave icon, I think that's one of the things that is important. You know what a Fave icon, you can see when you go to the browser, there, what is written about it. So it's called Fave icon. You can do changes on that. That's also important for SEO perspective as well. Now, you can also have a cloud-based complete platform of e-commerce. You don't require anyone to design for you. You can do it yourself. Okay. Now, this e-commerce success factors is a very, very important factors. Now, what are the things make us? I'll come back to the website building a bit later because I wanted to cover this, then we'll come to the website part. So e-commerce key success factor, why should your website be successful through with a key, e-commerce part? Of course, the awesome look and feel play a major role, and easy navigation and filtering and refining option as we discussed, and should be mobile ready. And a few things you need to work with experts to get it. That is, you can take a consultation or go and read articles or go to YouTube and understand, or you copy from your competitors, etc. And you need to have a complete access of your website. That's an important point. And you can also have a blogging part and brand and customize your online store. The way you want it should be able to do. And definitely you have to connect your own domain name and customer experience that you allow them to share with you. Okay. And a visually engaging experience. These are the few strategies. I'm going a little faster on here because I'll come back to you different strategies on a website later when we discuss about it. Okay, but just for information purpose, keep all the terminologies on it. Ready to start end-to-end e-commerce platform is the thing which people previously do it as. What are the things the platform features? Or when you say platform, it's a kind of an e-commerce entire feature is integrated. That's what we call a platform. Okay. Now, now you're on domain name, so you should be able to link it. Make sure that is you have a domain and you link it. And number of products is there. Okay, you should know how many number of products are there, how many sales are happening. And SKU is a stock keeping unit. So you need to have your own SKU also. And number of images. One product will have 8 images, 10 images. Then something a product add-on along with that product, which one you sell it. And free upgrade. Sometime you buy this one, we'll upgrade you to the next level. The download of products is very common. And blogs and comments you can add in the website itself. And you can search this, advanced sort of search. And especially you are a retailer and you're selling a product with POS machines, same facilities like you can have that. Or sometimes people wanted to call and your telephonic order you can receive and give it this kind of a thing on. Okay. And the cloud hosting is the best e-commerce solution these days. That's one of the best things you should think about it. And easy innovation and navigation part has also played a major role. And static page about our terms and conditions should be there, part of your e-commerce website. And website, how many people are coming to my website on a daily basis, on an hourly basis, what time they're coming, from there coming, which devices they're coming, how frequently they're coming, how much money they're spending, all those things are important. So hit counter, even which product they're hitting. So you have thousands of products, which product actually they're looking for. That's major information, you need to collect it, that should have it. And price range should be there as we discussed. QR code generation you can do, content management, you should be able to change the content and update the content without any other person support, other technical people support. Then we can also have components of the various aspects, like a blog, we can have currencies, we can have taxes, we can have advertisements. To promotion of advertisement, you should have a few portion with you, because tomorrow you want to do Google AdWords. You want to do remarketing, retargeting, should be there with you. It should be ready, not just time you have to go for a campaign, because somebody see the campaign, when they click, that reflection of your website should be the same campaign. So it should be there. And social network, definitely you have the pre-order option you can there. Ask for different kind of, can you give me a product like this? People ask, so you should be able to answer. Now you have brand ambassador for your website. So you should be able to get them to your website with the pictures and videos and social media. Should do that one. Then coupons is important. Give out a coupon, 50% discount, 25% discount. Now you can also put an image gallery for a different products and different segment. That's another option. And some cases, when a pickup address, you can keep changing. So it depends upon the location. People say, hey, you need to pick up these places. You can have a website owner. You don't deliver. You ask people to pick up. You can do that as well. Now, import and export from the manufacturer's products, you should be able to upload bulk. Your Excel sheet and that should CSV file should support. Otherwise, each product you have to upload is take a very long time. So upload and download should be there. Bulk upload of image. One product, it's alone 10 images. If you have 100 product, 1,000 images. You should be able to upload bulk. So the facility should check it. And many of the accounting part usually come with Excel, as you know. So Excel part is important, and stock updation, automation is important. Stock forecasting is important. So that facility record in our e-commerce, the various kinds of add product wizard, and sometimes you immediately need to add up multiple products. You should be able to do manage product and delete products. So you don't want to sell one product or hide the product. All the options should be there. And livestock products. Some people lie. That is, sometimes there's truth as well. So they show the scarcity of the product. The product is not there much on there. So that's one other thing they do. So it's not a good idea. Sometimes, it depends upon you, how ethically you are, how morally you are. You can do that one. So livestock update you can have. List offline products. Your website is not there, but I can give you if you visit my shop. If you have a shop, so you can do that one. That's okay. And missing image with the live product, some image is there missing. So you tell them that I'll upload later. Some people ask you, but I would like to see that color. You should be able to do this one. Search product, search filter, you can variation you should be able to do. And SEO should be able to in your website itself, around page as well as default menu based on a static pages you should be able to do. And complete sitemap, it should be there for your website, but then people will be able to understand where it is. And beautiful sitemap is you go to eBay. eBay did a fantastic sitemap. You go a sitemap of eBay. That I see is the best structured way. That the sitemap. Inventory management depends upon how you're managing. You can have a tool. You can have an inventory management applications, or the website can have a small inventory. If it is a small businesses, you can have that one. And your inventory managing is very, very important. Never forget that one. And you also track the stock counts based on only you spend money on a campaign, based on only you spend money on a promotions or effort on a promotion. So you should know that stock is there with you, and you need to have a forecast as well. And digital products, as you know, private label, all the products, it's important to keep it in a appropriate way and promote it. Okay. That also you should be able to import and export. As we discussed, multiple currency, payment integration, calculation, tax, and dual calculation. There's something called dual invoice you should do. Accounting part, we'll discuss this part. Credit card, net banking, we just discussed. Debit card, international payment. This is a very important point. You need to accept the international payment, which means some of the bank we not even know, and that customer come online. So you should be able to accept the payment when you receive from them. So it's important. Now, one other logistic part, as we discussed, you need to have pre-integration inbuilt with that. And shipping houseman, as we discussed, tracking management also will be there. And something about $100, you don't have to pay shipping amount, you can say, etc. And even to you're selling something, even to the printing of that one. No? So many people buying this every day. You have to put on your packet. This is that, right? So there is a printing option should be there with a product ID or a customer ID or an order ID. This is important to have it with that. Okay. Now, some cases you can need to use something like a third-party gift services. These are plugins and tools or add-on you should use. Example, now someone you wanted to gift your product. I want to buy a gift for some of my friends. I don't know their address, but I want to gift them. You ask them address there, sometimes they may not give you. Even they won't reveal that as especially surprise gift, you will not be able to give that. So what we do is there are different tools we can use. So now a person, normally we know a person means they have a WhatsApp, they have Facebook ID, their email ID or Insta ID. These are the things we know, right? So now with that ID, you should be able to send a gift to another person. So there is a third-party applications. So now you wanted to gift me, you know my email ID or you know my WhatsApp number. You put it that, you can buy for me that. Then that encrypted mode will ask you, okay, you have a person who gifted you, but he will not know the name, so we can deliver it. So these are methods people can use for delivery of the gift products. So product reviews based on that you can have same way. Now, email marketing is a major component of any e-commerce market. And there is an option, your product you can also sell on Facebook, right? So many of the country which has that option. And you can also connect with the people through social media. That's an option, but you need to do regularly to follow, likes, etc. Become very, very important. Now, different segment, you need to segment wise and do activities. Reward them for a more purchase and frequent purchase, and or the birthday or a gift this you can do. Now, different kinds of a traffic you need to bring to the website. Of course, this we'll discuss in the campaign part. Okay. An mail, three kinds of a mail you should have it. One is opt-in email. People opt to receive an email from you. There's something called double opt-in mail, which is people opted and then again they confirm from their email side. This is a double opt-in email has a huge value in terms of marketing, in terms of valuation. Then triggered emails. What is triggered emails? Now someone buying automatically emails go. So or maybe a reminder goes. So I've got triggered email. So you need to have all the facility in the website. Then you can also have same way triggered SMS and national international SMS going from your e-commerce platform. Okay. And discount or promotion as mentioned earlier, facility part we discussed, strategy part, that's important part. Okay. Now you can also do a lot of incentives and offers and other things based on order level, etc. You can offer them. Now shipping promotions also you do. We say that okay, we are charging $50, but above this one we don't charge them. Or you purchased on a Friday, we don't charge you for shipping, etc. Surprise them, make them happy on it. Okay. Now you can also have virtual coupons, online coupon, one number, give them, you get a 50% discount, etc. Now various kinds of AI, artificial intelligence manager to understand the consumer behavior, where he came from and what devices he came, then which product he went first, then where he went down, then again what the product he used. So like that, you can actually have an evaluation. Once we do that evaluation, the good thing about it, you'll understand what exactly the consumer is looking for. So that we can have. Okay. Then mobile commerce, people should be able to buy from the mobile as well. So you see, mobile card slightly different, but almost same, like mobile optimized part. Now, checkout should be increased thing, very, very efficient because that's the time people are taking a decision. So make sure that it's efficient, nice way they can actually, that's the time people should be happy about it. Should not have any problem by checking out. Now, we go to another part is something called landing page, which is a part of a website, but not every website has a landing page. But to do a campaign, a landing page is a very, very important role to play. So landing page is basically where a person come to the first time. So that's, you wanted to attract for a particular segment, particular product, but particular category of the people, you create a landing page. Now, for example, this is a landing page. The moment he comes to this page, he will take free communication. You take the person's name and email details, then enter them to the website. Okay. So this is called a landing page. Now it depends upon the businesses you do. You need to design a landing page, and it's important to have a good landing page to get people inquiries and leads and sales. So 20 minutes consultation, okay, someone, free consultation and give you. So why you want to attract a customer? So you're not taking the person directly to homepage. You're directly talking to one thing. For example, you're doing a 5 to 7 activities. A person come for a 7th activity, he'll get bored of a 6th, and he leave. So he directly come to the 7th as a separate landing page. So one website can have multiple landing page. And on the campaign time, we'll discuss in detail. Now, only for your information, think about a landing page and understand about a landing page. Go and Google it, landing page, and look into various landing page you are going daily basis and how effective it is. So that's a good learning you can have. Okay. Now, it depends upon the companies. You can have a different kind of a landing page creation. You can see amazing things. So good idea people come out of that. Okay. Now, all this landing page, one is common, you might have noticed, immediately taking the details of the consumers, do that one. So most of you are attending this program came through a landing page of our website. So you're not come to a home page, you might have noticed. You landed in that. You can see in 10 days time, we got around 6,000 plus leads because people come to the landing page and did it. Okay. So that's where the power of the landing, even though we are not doing a kind of a campaign, just a simple emails and the affiliate program through inviting the people through social media. That's it. So we keep generating the leads. So this is what is exactly on a daily basis. This is growing. Now, landing page also should have something called call to action, something you need a person to do. It may be a registration or putting into the putting to the funnel is another option to bring it to social media, etc. You can do. So basically, before reaching to the landing page, some people need to come through the funnel as well. So that's a strategy part. I mean, there's a campaign part we'll discuss more, but you understand basically something called there is a funnel also. So funnel, you bring a person through email, through Instagram, Google, then put it bring to the landing page, then convert them. This is another method people do it. Okay, landing page, specific. Every campaign you can have a different landing page. Even Google recommend to have a different landing page. Some of the cases they will give you a landing page because if you are a good client, it's going to spend a lot of money, and they're also interested in you to make money because unless you make money, then you'll not go back to the Google, right? So the consultants help you to give a good landing page, good funnel. They recommend you on that. Okay. So now there is a homepage and landing page. What are the major difference when you look at it? In the homepage, you have a lot of information. You show a bird eye view of the entire website and the products and the services. Landing page is specifically talk about only that actually. So there is two types of landing page. One is actually a lead generation page. You just wanted a lead. So who's interested in your product? Second page is click through landing pages, you convert them as well. Okay. Now sign up just for a more get a free things or sign up for a free trial. So these are the things you can convert them. Now there's another thing I showed you the before in landing page. So you have a website with a home page with multiple page. Then you have a landing page. Then you have a funnel. So this three is important for you to have it to attract the customers. You mentioned so many businesses, very potential businesses, they are not generating revenue just because they don't have a funnel and a landing page. So funnel and landing page play a major role. In fact, I recommend if you have multiple type of consumers, you should have a multiple landing pages also coming in. Now you can see a couple of days from now, we are doing a YouTube as a separate landing page. By Wednesday, it will be up. But it's only targeting a YouTube mastery. We are not going 100 days because many people 100 days, so I don't have time for 100 days. Then we have time for a 1 week. So that's one is a landing page. So a landing page will be separate for a YouTube mastery. So like this, we can create a landing page for various segments. Now you put this people through a funnel. So through funnel means like a funnel. That's what is funnel. You somebody put on the top, bringing. So various stage you take a decision. It's a very, very important part nowadays world. And there are a lot of professionals, especially you're a consultant, you should consider at this point specializing on a landing page and funnel. If you say you're an expert, definitely I'll be interested to talk to you because that is the need of the hour. So that's the way you get the people from email, you get the people from social media and other things to attract it. And especially when you're spending money for a campaign, people see, they don't take a decision. People inquire it. They're busy that time, then later they come. Now repeatedly talking to a person who's potential, he'll take a decision, right? So that's the way it's important to have a funnel part. Okay. Funnels are mainly for sales conversion, not just a lead generation. It's a majorly, for a sales conversion. Now, what is the funnel process? So it's a starting from sign up and buying a product, and the buying is upsell and sell. I don't know how many of you experience various digital products. They take initially $9, then say you can upgrade it to $17. Then say we'll give you this offer with $45. Then it give you $97. It's basically calculate $200 you paid. Okay, this through a funnel. Okay, because if that person would have told you initially, give me $200, you will never even look into. They say just $17, just $7, just $9. You look into. You like, welcome, thank you so much. And next page they say, all the thing you bought it, this is all yours, but you would like to have this as well. You pay me $35 extra. You pay $35. Then they take another page. Awesome. Then we give you this option to Facebook and Insta. Would you like to have a YouTube? Then there's extra for it. So you pay. So this is a way awesome. Actually the funnel really works, and people makes money. That's a very, very scientifically done methods are there for funnels. Okay. Now this is a conversion. Your conversion is actually 300 to 400%. Okay, increases the moment you have a funnel, and you also get a lot of leads. So there is actually the marketing point. Tomorrow or day after I'm talking about the content part. That time I talk to you in detail about it. So the funnel has a style, which is how you convert a person. First is you create an awareness. and bring him to the funnel. Then from that funnel, you make him an interest. Okay, so there itself you can create an interest and take a small money of $9 or $7 or $10, $17 as an example. Then he comes to a desire, create, then taking an action. That's a real place you sell it. But by the time you already put him in this. So this is a model of a conversion of the funnel. It's a campaign time we'll discuss in detail. You get a complete idea. But now you need to understand this is important. You need to start looking at this as a different kind of a funnels and successive funnels and examples of funnels. How all the other companies are using a funnels to maximize the result. Now, funnel conversion process and the content aspect I'll discuss with you later. Campaign aspect we'll discuss with you later. Now, in terms of the conversion process of a platform based on a website, which we discuss about. So, create an awareness and create an interest and increase his desire by educating more about it and take a desired action. So this is what exactly we should do. So various kind of a click funnel you can go and watch on YouTube. You'll be amazed to see the people how they come out of the really good marketing method to sell various products. So this is another example, the homepage. Then people select the products, then put in a high, conversion page. Then there is a thank you page as well. So this is the way you can different kind of a funnel part will be there. Okay. Now, once you do this one, what the most important is, you need to really understand this landing page and funnel is part. Because the funnel purpose is different, landing page is different. Okay. Now, the landing page, maximum number of, you get the data, but you may not have a sales conversion there. Now, you look at an example, I use them directly come to xyz.com/1. Now, she clicked the button and move to XYZ 1 or 2. Okay, then go to a thank you page. That way, you can actually really see how thing is working on. Now, landing page, funnel, there is actually visualization journey will be there. Then go to next page. You experience it through various funnels. You might have gone through various funnels. You might have not realized it's a funnel. And you might have paid also the money. Okay. Now, all the things actually in the campaign part, we'll discuss in detail and we will show you. And most of you, those who are upgraded members, you have funnels and the landing page now for your business purpose. Now, that's a practical application. Now you go through and understand about website. And I would recommend you to go through and understand through YouTube and all various funnel strategies. There is and tomorrow content part, I'll discuss with you in detail about how the content part work on, etc. Okay. Now, one is actually everybody is asking you teach us how to make a website, how can I make a website, how much is a website cost, etc. Now, this is for you, all of you. I don't know if we can finish this, but I just start with you. Now, how can you build a website without knowing technology part? You don't know about designing, you don't know HTML, you don't know programming, you don't know web development, and you are a newbie. Now, if you go to a website designing company, they'll charge you a hell lot of money. And they basically give you some basic website where they sell you packages. They sell their packages. What you wanted, they'll not give you. You need to go and talk about a strategy. I wanted to have it like this. And I want people to land in the homepage, this one. Then I need a landing page. Then I have to find them. This is usually website design company don't give you. They give you corporate design package or e-commerce package. Check with them how many languages. Those are the questions you should ask them back. Okay, good. Your package is good. How many landing page you give? What's your funnel strategy? These are the questions you ask them back. Majority of the web designing company, they usually say that's additional extra. They'll come to you. Okay. Now we have our own website designing platform or web developer platform. We call it ADM website builder.com, where you can do yourself. You don't record any coding. You try. It's a free. 15 days. It's a free. If you like it, you can pay. Otherwise, you can leave it. Okay. Not necessary. You pay any money. Like I said, even you don't have to pay credit card. Now, if you are going for a large e-commerce business, this is not a solution. If you are going for a large programming and configuration part, this is not. I'm talking about a simple solution, like I'm doing to you. Entire ADM website, so ADM, that 100 days of program, actually through our platform. There's no technology person involved. There is no developer. There's no programmer. Everything is done by our team members who are non-technical people. So you can think about it. So this is one of the biggest mental blocks. People will say, I should know technology. You should be aware about the technology. You should don't know the technology is not necessary. That's the reason I always usually use a good platform. But the problem is, especially when you talk to Soho, small and home office methods, They don't have much resources to pay huge money to the tech companies or professionals, right? So you basically, initial stage, you want to start with a less money. So these are the solution I recommend on it. Now, this website features amazing features are there. So now you can see ADM.QA. This site we built with our own builder. We don't went to another website designing company. Whatever you're seeing, we did it. Okay, our team members did it. Few people made a content, few people design it, people made a strategies, like that. I'll show you. So this site is ADM.QA. It's made by our colleague, it's called Harita. She made this entire ADM.QA. Now, Digimendors.QA, that's the site most of you will become a mentor. And that site is by Eva herself in the lockdown period, first activity we said, okay, we had to be online. She made this website, Digimendors.QA. Now, onlineJobWorkFromHome.com. This is a site I think most of you applied for various kind of a part-time job, around 10, 20 different kinds of part-time job is there. The moment COVID-19 came, we know the people will be looking for a part-time job and work from home opportunity. This is done by Nathania. She made this site. She's our content writer. She actually made this site. Now, private beta, now we are not there in the office. People wanted to have support immediately. We created a site called private beta website. This is made by Ahlina. So, all the things which we are doing with you, not a technical person. Even today, I'm using a landing page and a YouTube you're watching, which is a free. Now, if I use the same thing for a Zoom, so we are planning to scale it out to the 100,000 people in future. So 100,000 people, I'm using a Zoom, the kind of money which you paid and the inconvenience people has, so many things. So we are using a simple landing page, and the landing page you are putting into the YouTube, and even to the payment transaction, that 30% of the people we are looking for to be upgraded. Now some of you already upgraded. So this is what is exactly we are planning. So this is, you don't require a big solution on it. You just require this kind of a simple platform. Now another thing, I think some of you become a social media influencer with us, which is we created initially an awareness website. It's not even our AI-based website. Awareness website. This is again done by Harita. 2 days we made this website. I said we are going to do Friday this program, so I need a website. So Eva made the content, and Tanya supported, and Leviva and given to the Harita and made this website in 2 days time. So we can make a website in 2 days time. Okay. So again, web mining website is done by Miss Leviva. I think 2-3 days she came out of the website part. Okay. So that's easy to do it. Now, that we are coming out of a very large project called Online Shopping Mall, where we are going to use a huge platform, where it is not this website. We are going to do, entire shopping facility. It's a lot of transaction, around 700 different shops, around 142 countries, around 1.5 million products, lot of transaction, one shop within the shop. So we had a lot of communication problem to communicate with the world what exactly this whole project about it. And there are many people wanted to book a shop now. There is a method to block the niche and make money. All the things we wanted to do. So this actually, same website building, we use the shopping mall. Again, it's Harita did this one. Okay. Now, like this, various things like a consulting with accountability. Again, Leviva did this website. So whatever I'm showing to you, all this thing, like a couple of days ago, I spoke to your ADM website, Philippines. So the same thing, same builder we can create. Okay. Now, Wednesday, you're going to see a YouTube mastery landing page, which again we have in now our own web builder. We have the landing page facility we can create on it. Okay, so this is what is exactly I would recommend. There is a artificial intelligence design assistance also there. You can, whatever you wanted to create, you can go and show you without coding. All the website funnels, even e-commerce and a landing page you can create without any coding. What you are doing, all the trainers. Now, what my vision is actually after 100 days, hundreds of trainers and consultants start various topics to teach across the globe. Not necessarily a technology part. They may teach gardening. They may teach cooking. They may teach, something, maybe a retired person talk about his professional experience. So this is a simple solution. He himself or she herself is able to handle this one. So this way they can build simple solutions. And they can actually, even they know what is the landing page purpose. If strategy part, you can make it without any person technology part. Okay, and it's no point to be noted, no coding. You don't record any programming skill. You can simple clicking button clicking, and you can do this one. Okay, you have to spend now 2-3 hours for come out of the page. I told you 2 days you can have a simple website yourself without paying money to any professional. And actually, it's a drag and drop builder for funnels as well, e-commerce as well, and website as well. You can do that. You can also, it depends upon what kind of a business you want it. You can just simply use it. Now, like most of the thing in any kind of businesses, you can have it. You want to have a church or a mosque, click on the church or mosque. On consulting, you want to have some fashion, you can have school, you can have. You want to have an online store, click an online store. Again, further you get it. Different kinds of thing. You have a landing page and funnel. You click there, they automatically give you a funnel style. They will give you a landing page. So this is a model I want you to try making a website. So go to ADM website builder and look at all these features and understand about all this aspect. And a lot of page designs are there. You can design, you can change the color theme, and it's a free trial. 14 days, you don't have to pay. You can continuously do this one. Okay. There is something called A/B testing. You want to check that how the process happens with A method or a B method. A/B testing, but we'll discuss in another session on a campaign part as well as the strategy aspect. So you can test, and that gives you conversion rate. If you use this kind of a page, how much percent of the people can buy, and how much is other method, how much percent of the people buy. So this is the way you can also have a A/B testing part. And A/B testing is a very important part of, I cover the beta test and cover the A/B testing there. Okay. Now, when you do that one, that actually gives you a kind of a feeling, so which is better for you to use it, and conversion where it is increased, you can test and implement that one. Okay. Now, mobile devices, you can check how this will be look like when you're making a website, how it looks like in a mobile website. You can actually have a look on. Now, you can also see all other checkout process, how easy checkout will be. You can click on it. Now, you can also sell any product, any physical products, digital products, private level products, services you can do, membership you can do, and physical product in a different method. You can put in images and videos. You can keep it there. And digital products also same way, you can keep it and sell it. Even you can sell services, what you provide as a service, you can do it. Okay, so then you can also have a separate landing pages. You should have a good hosting space for this. You can take that good cloud hosting come with a part of that. Okay. Now you wanted to sell a courses, you want to sell a membership, you can use the same platform and do. You want to teach a yoga or exercise or a fitness, anything, you can use the same. There's a different platform you can use that on. And you can also upsell, which I told you, upsell and cross-sell. It's also inbuilt there. Okay, and you can also have a checkout process and admin control part. And so my point here is, if you want to start at a minimum level, it's a small business with a less capital, this kind of a website is more than enough. Like otherwise, you are looking for, like us, we're starting a large scale of e-commerce project like online shopping mall. Of course, that's got a higher kind of a facility. Otherwise, it's fine. Including, you can integrate the payment gateway. Depends upon where you are country from. You can integrate the payment gateway and start one. And you can also integrate a lot of tools, thousands of tools, over 1,000 tools you can integrate with this, especially like email marketing tools you can integrate. You can also various kind of engagement to bring in CRM tools you can integrate it. Even remarketing part you can do, and different kinds of tools you will be able to do that. You can see all the features. When I would like you to open an account and try it. It's free. You don't have to pay anything. Custom profile you can do. All the messages, one place you can communicate, and you can also do subscription methods every year they pay, etc. And a lot more to the existing members. You can upsell again and again, one more products, and different kinds of method you can do. Even after 14 days, if you wanted to do yourself, it's a damn cheap price, around $18. You can have a website. Do it with me. There is, you give some portion you feel it is, you want it a more professionally done. There are a lot of professionals will help you to do that one. So you can take someone if you wanted to pay the money and get a more better design. You can have it if you want to. Or do it for me. No, I don't want a headache. Can you do it for me? That's also though. So you can see different kinds of a method of pricing if you wanted to do that way. It's on a monthly subscription. You don't have to give it that one. And it's a good bandwidth that there, and you can different storage. Even you have something called contributor. You can have a contributor over adding to the maybe you're doing, or your spouse is doing, your friend is doing. So they can also add to the website as a contributor on it. Okay. Now you can have a different kinds of a pricing, yearly package. You can have a monthly package. You can decide if you wanted to pay and take it. It's up to you how you do it. And the price also come. You can see how important to give. So this one is actually 20 funnels. Funnels, I told you how one website of 100 pages and 20 funnel we create. Imagine, so that's the more important. So that's the way world is moved. Earlier people say one website, how many landing pages actually will not be there. So now, so this is more on the marketing side. It's not not a lot of a business administrative aspect, because you have a few sales. Why you should have a huge team? You are managing yourself or 2 to 3 people. So important is the sales, important is revenue generation. So that's a focus area of this model. So do it for me method, do it with me model you can do. So how do you do this one? Very easy. Then we are closed for the day. Go to the website. You can see that free trial, no credit card. Even we don't have to put a credit card. Many of the companies give you free, but they take you credit card, later they charge you. Here, no. You get started and you create a page like this, or any like things that any pages you can, what we created, you can create any of the websites, any of the model you can do. And you can also sign up and go to the different templates, you can use it, and registering it is. And you can also choose any kinds of models. There are hundreds and thousands of different models you can do, and you can change the color, you can change the image, you can change the layout, and everything, whatever you want, based on a businesses you want, you choose and take it to next level. Now, it's up to you how you do all the things. So a few examples I'm showing you now, how it works on it. It's up to you. You like it, you choose, and you want to edit it, you can edit, you can add it. All the thing is possible, without any technical knowledge. Okay, ADM website builder, you get started, you register it is, then you get a page like this. You choose, you want a membership website, you want a personal website, real estate website, restaurant website, online business website, consulting website. As you do, then you get a page like this where you can, there's something called dashboard where you can set up a store, you can edit color, change color combination, settings you can do, and everything drag and drop. With the mouse, you can do all these activities. Then you can create a funnel with this, create a website with this, launch page with that, and all the options, heading, footer, menu, so everything is there. Okay. Now, store you wanted to create a store and add a product details you can have, contact details you can have, and booking events option is there, and you can integrate the email activities there. Payment gateway, you can integrate PayPal and mobile-based Stripe, all those things you can use it. Now, you can also do affiliate program. There is a program you can create an affiliate program as well. Now, with this, I'm going to end today. And you also wanted to do an ATM affiliate program. For this, we also have an affiliate program. If you register an affiliate program and you share with the people, like create a website, free with this. So free website they can create, and you get a 30% recurring commission when they buy the package later. And we have a 60 days cookies period. I hope remember the affiliate marketing. It's important as minimum 30 days. We are giving a 60 days of a cookies period. Within 60 days, you buy the website, you get paid for a 30% on that. And it's a good money. I don't know how you calculate. And every month you get it. Someone $18 they pay for a month for a website. So every month you get paid for this one. Okay. So there are examples that you go and calculate it. So you can make good money. It's not a small money. You can see $1,000, $2,000. You can directly make it. So it depends upon how you do it. Okay. So we'll also give you good sales leads and everything. And their affiliate program is there in the website. You can go and check it out. Then there's something called website flipping, which I'll discuss with you other day. Now, I believe all of you got some idea. So tomorrow or day after, I know you go through all of you today, kind of a homework, go to admwebsitebuilder.com, explore it, create an account, understand it is a free 14 days, and you don't have to pay. Even after 14 days, you don't like it, you can leave it. Now, tomorrow or a couple of days from now, after I'm talking to the website flipping part and other few features of the website and the content I'm going to talk, after that, we'll start a kind of a winner. We'll announce it based on this one. Okay. Now, with this, actually, I conclude. I think 100 minutes is now. Thank you so much, guys. I think I've given a brief idea. These are the most common question asked in the last 7 days. How can I set up a website? Where can I get a website? How much it costs? And you teach us how to make a website. What are the components of the website? All the things, I believe it is, you got a kind of an answer. Even I give you a solution that's free to try. Please go and try free and understand how it works. Even you are not planning to start an online business, go and understand how the website works and the functionalities, and you gain a confidence. You can also have a portfolio website. Even you're just a job applicant, you create your portfolio website and then, okay. So with this, we'll conclude. So I'll see you tomorrow. And I want you to discuss with the mentors about this one. If you have any difficulty to opening an account, take the mentors' help. They'll help you to set up your website. And then you can they'll also show you how to take it. Especially you have to spend 1 or 2 hours on this. It'll be amazing for you to have it. So sit with them and make sure that is you're using this facility which I give you. Okay. So thank you so much, guys, and I'm looking forward to just discuss with you about a few other points related to website tomorrow onwards. Thank you.